I actually meant to schedule this. I'm sorry about that. Have no idea how to do that yet. But I will wait till 3 o'clock my time, which would be 6, I think, Eastern time. So I'm just chilling here and, you know, be drinking my coffee and, whatnot. Let people get in here because I wasn't planning on getting getting to the stream until 5 anyway, or 3. Anyway, to to keep you company while we're waiting, how about I just chat? So I went to Walmart. It's a bitch to get through, believe me. Um, and got some groceries, got some other things. Um, the weather is always a good topic. It is June 6th here, and it's like I'm in Oregon, okay? So summer's like really, really dry. But today is overcast. It did rain a little bit today, and it was overcast. It's windy, and it's not like it's supposed to be in June. It's supposed to be somewhere around 80 in June, and it's nowhere near 80. So I'm just hoping this stays for the summer. I hope we don't get a heat wave in July like we did last year. Let's see what else. Um, Going to finish up gonna finish up some series before I start new ones. I'm gonna finish up Hinduism and Judaism. Hey, Robert. Oh, I'm waiting for people to come in. I wasn't gonna start till 5. I wanted to um I wanted to schedule it for 5, but somehow it didn't let me do that. So I'm just chilling here waiting for people to show up. But it's 5 o'clock if you want to come back. So anyway, I'm just chilling and taking up time telling you what I'm gonna do. Oh, I'm sorry. 3 my time. It's 2:44 right here right now. So it'll be 3 my time. I meant to schedule it. I don't really know what happened. Maybe because going straight through YouTube, it's not letting me schedule it. I don't know. Um, OBS right now is being a bitch. So I just, yeah, about 15 minutes. So I'm just going through YouTube because, like I said, OBS is being a bitch. I was trying to get some music for this stream, but it was too loud. So I'm like, okay, well, how am I going to do this? What I'm probably going to end up doing is uninstalling it and reinstalling it. Go figure. Okay. Well, tell people over on Source's channel I'll be here at 5. I don't think Source would mind. But yeah, that was my original plan, was to schedule it for 5. Hey Brian, what's up? So I'm gonna finish the Hinduism, the Judaism, and the Satanic Panic series before I start getting into other series. I'm going to hold off on the origins of religion, the psychology of religion, the anthropology of religion. I will be doing one-offs, so you can look forward to that. Next in the Satanic Panic series is I have been asked to do the parallels between the Satanic Panic and alien abduction syndrome. So that will be next. What's Mobius strip stuff? So yeah, I'm just chilling till 3 o'clock my time. Uh, so anyway, so be looking forward to more Satanic Panic, more Judaism, more Hinduism. I'm about halfway through the Hinduism book, so I figure I'm halfway through the series. I don't. I'm gonna make sure you get all the information. So I didn't start the series with any end in mind. And the Templar series. In fact, I'm working on a Templar video right now. It should be up tomorrow. So, yeah, and I'll finish up the Templars too. So those are the big ones: the Satanic Panic, the Hinduism, the Judaism, and the Templars. And I'll be finishing up those before I start any new series. Like I said, a bunch of one-offs. And I'll still be doing my mini videos. They seem to be popular. Thanks, Robert. So, what's Mobius strip stuff? Sorry about the noise. I think it's our garbage truck. Let's see what else. Not much else going in my life right now. Um, my hypoglycemia is acting up, which is why I'm drinking a cappuccino. I almost passed out in Walmart. It's not a good thing. I'm, well, maybe I should save that for the AMA. Um, yeah, I will. We've got about 9 minutes left. Like I said, I'm just waiting for people to file in. No, I do not have an animal headed onesie. I wish I did. That'd be cool. I'd be a cat because I like cats. Who doesn't like cats? I mean, they're wonderful. You know, they poop in a box. You don't have to take them out to do their business. You know, they poop in a box. Um, they let you pet them when they want to be petted. Um, my little girl climbs up on my lap all the time. My little girl cat, her name's Callie. She climbs up in my lap all the time. I've had her since she was like 4 months old. Um, my little boy, not so much. He will come up and lay in my lap, especially if I have a blanket on my legs, um, which right now I don't. But it's June, and I'm in Oregon, and I'm in the Willamette Valley, and it's like 60 with wind and no sun. And it's like really freaky. It's freaking me out because um, it's not supposed to be overcast in June. It's it's supposed to be sunny, and it's supposed to be at least 80. So I don't I don't know what the fuck's up with the weather. I mean, you know, I'm glad for it. Don't get me wrong. I would rather be cold than hot because I can always take off. I mean, I can always put on, but I can't take off. And even if I could, there's a law against going naked, you know? And even if I could go naked, I wouldn't because I'm not that kind of girl. And another thing, I would still be hot. If I was naked, I would still be hot. So, you know, that doesn't do any good. Well, Brian, yeah, but the thing is, the weather forecasters said it was supposed to be a hotter than normal summer here. So, I don't know. I just hope that means we don't get a huge heat wave in July. Hi, Mr. Shadow Kitty. How's it going? Is thirst getting out?
I gotta charge my poor phone.
Yeah, that's my dad. He'll be in and out.
Oh.
It's okay. He'll be in and out, so, you know, don't worry about him. So we got about 5 more minutes. And like I said, I'm really sorry because I wanted to schedule it for 5 and then, or schedule it for 3. And then all of a sudden I'm on and I'm live and I'm like, what the crap?
Got too much shit. did anyway.
So before we get started, how's everyone doing? Got another 4 minutes left. The people trickle in here. See, what can I talk about for 3 minutes? Because if I start talking, I'll just talk. I'm like that. You know, sometimes I have things to say and sometimes I don't, and I can go off forever on one thing. Okay, Brian. So Robert, Brian, Mr. Shadow Kitty, how's it going today? Finally up to 252 subs. And I promised this Ask Me Anything special at 250. And I hit 250 last night. So this morning, I came on live and I said I was going to do this. And, you know, nobody showed up, which is fine. I just wanted to get the word out there that I was going to do my AMA today. And I didn't want to use OBS because OBS is being a bitch right now. So, you know who I really wish would show up? I wish Paula Gia would show up. That would make my day. Not that you guys aren't great. You guys are awesome. But, you know, Paula Gia showing up would make my day. He does watch me. He told me that. So does Psy Strike. Which it's awesome getting compliments from people like Paula Gia and Psy Strike and those kinds of people. That's fine, Brian. I'm still a very small channel. Hoping to get, now that I'm up over 250, I'm hoping, yeah, Brian, I'm hoping that my channel will start growing a little faster now that I'm a little above 250. It was my baby asking to get on my lap. She's shy. She doesn't want you to see her because she's shy. No, seriously, she cuddles with me a lot, and this is how she cuddles with me. Oh, where do you live, Mr. Shadow Kitty? Do you live in Kentucky? Oh God, I'm telling you what, I almost burst out laughing when I heard that Ken Ham was suing his insurance company for flood damage. I was like, oh my God, you can't make this crap up. Oh, cool. So kind of like Ocean City or thereabouts. I've had her for 13 years. She was 4 months old when I got her. She was living out on the streets and she was a little social stray. And she just tugged at my heartstrings. You can probably see her making biscuits. That's how she shows she loves me. Okay. Gotcha, Mr. Shadow Kitty. So anyway, okay, it is 3:02. And as promised, this is an Ask Me Anything, so ask me anything. Okay, Brian. Oh, favorite Ninja Turtle. The one in the purple, is that Michelangelo? I know it's not Raphael. Raphael is the one in red. Um, I think it's Michelangelo. Ah, Robert, he likes you just fine. You're a sub, you know. Like, hey. Um, anyway. Oh, before I forget, I'm not saying Pastor McMurtry is sexually attracted to pumpkins. I'm just saying we don't know. You know, I'm just wondering, are the Christians ever going to stop giving us fodder? I mean, are they ever going to stop get the purple's Donatello? Okay. Okay. Um so yeah. My mom used to watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on Saturday morning. I didn't really care for it. I did go to the movie, but the movie was so dark, and I'm not talking about like the attitude of the movie was dark. I'm talking about the lighting was so dark I could barely see anything. I mean, seriously, suing an insurance company because your boat shaped building, and it wasn't even a building, it was the access road. And if I remember correctly, they did not listen to their people when building the access road. Well, critical thinking is kind of taught, Brian. It's the homeschoolers we have to worry about. Like Matt Powell, he thinks logic is a verb. It's like, how dumb can you be? Logic is not a verb. Oh, I'm so glad my dad teaches me how to logic. And I so wish I could go down to Orlando to go protest the Make America Straight Again. That's what I wanted to know, Mr. Shadow Kitty. Matt Powell actually thinks? I don't think he does. I don't think he does. He gets all of his stuff from Kent Hovind. He's a Kent Hovind wannabe. Is what he is. Well, Robert, if you're talking about Islam in the Middle East, yes. But I'm not so sure it's going to be that way always. It's probably not going to change in our lifetime, but I'm not so sure the Middle East is always going to have a Muslim education system. And let's see what else. You know, Tommy McMurtry and Matt Powell and Steven Anderson, they think that all homosexuals are pedophiles, which I don't know of any homosexual that is a pedophile. Now, that doesn't mean they're not out there. It just means I don't know of any. But I can damn well tell you there are preachers who are pedophiles, there are priests who are pedophiles, and the Jehovah's Witnesses are getting in real hot water right now for hiding pedophiles. So, I mean, seriously, who's got the pedophile problem? Let's see, what else can I say about Matt Powell? Eh. Well, this is true. This is true. I'm like, what's Matt Powell gonna do on his wedding night? And be like, where does my penis go? This is true, Robert. This is so true. But I mean, you gotta. There are more Christian clergy that are pedophiles than anybody else. There's no arguing with that. The Catholic Church is in trouble for it. The JWs are in trouble for it. Um, there's probably other churches where there's a bunch of pedophiles too. So, I mean, if you want to point fingers at the Christian clergy. Let's see, what else is there to say? Any other questions for me? This is my AMA. No more questions, huh? You don't want to know what my favorite movie is? Or my favorite song? I don't know, Robert. I think maybe priests just have better access to boys because of the altar boy thing. What is what, Robert? My favorite movie? Hmm, that's a tough one. I've got um, I've got a few. I think I think my favorite would have to I would have to say Men in Black. I would have to say Men in Black, the first one. Although I did like Men in Black 3 too. It was so cool. Um, Another one of my favorite movies is Maleficent. The first one, Robert. The first one. Yeah, I didn't really care for 2, but 1 and 3 are awesome. Favorite band? Oh, do they still have to be living, Mr. Shadow Kitty? And can tell you what my favorite band is if they don't still have to be living. Okay. Um, Beach Boys. Hands down, Beach Boys. Simon and Garfunkel run a close second, though. I know, I'm weird. Welcome back, Brian. Robert, you have got to see 3. You have got to see Men in Black 3. Oh my God, it is hilarious. Favorite book? Jesus. I have so many favorite books. It's hard to narrow down. Let's see. I have to think about that one for a while, Robert. I like anything by Michael Crichton, even though he died. I like Robin Cook. Uh, Faye Kellerman, Jonathan Kellerman, my favorite. Isn't that so, Mr. Shadow Kitty? um, I think that my favorite book of all time so far so far is Gone with the Wind. Hey, Mark. I know it's an oldie, but it is a goodie. It is a great, great book, and I love it. And let's see. Mark, any questions? And thank you very much, Mark. Don't quite get the reference. I'll tell you what, I like fantasy too. Does anybody like fantasy? Oh, okay, Mark. Sorry. Sorry about that. Does anybody like fantasy? Fantasy books. Terry Pratchett. I think maybe I've read one of his. My go-tos are Jim Butcher and Patricia Briggs. And the Alex Verus books. I can never remember who writes those. So yeah, I'm hoping now that I'm a pinch above 250, I'll start growing a little more, and hopefully I'll reach 1,000 before too long. The place that I want to go to the most is New York City. I wouldn't want to live there, but I want to visit there because they have so many things to do. There's the Statue of Liberty, and then there's the Museum of Natural History, and I mean, there's just like so much to do. I'd have to spend like 2 months there. Oh, I also like Douglas Preston and Lee Childs, the Pendergast series. Has anybody read any of those? It's a good series if you like that kind of thing. I won't give too much away just in case you do want to read the series. But basically, the Pendergast series is there's this guy who's like filthy rich. I mean, filthy rich. And so he lends out his services to the FBI for the salary of $1 a year. And so the the reason why he's in the FBI is because his family was like super super rich down in New Orleans, and his great grandfather, I think, one of his greats, perfected a formula for extended life. But the problem with the formula, and I won't go into detail because it's something you'll find out in the books if you read them, and I don't, I don't want to ruin it for anybody. But the problem with the formula is it doesn't last forever. It just extends your life a little bit. So you have to get a new formula every now and then, and that requires basically killing somebody. So he's after his great great grandfather or something like that, and he's using the FBI to do it. So it's great, and his wife also has an interesting history. So but that is a good series for anybody who wants to read it. It's by Douglas Preston and Lee Childs. It's a joint venture with them, so they don't come out with the Pendergast series too much. Maybe once or twice a year, maybe. And so anyway, it's a very good read. And if you like strange, it's strange. Thank you, Robert. But on top, because he farms out his skills to the FBI, he does more than chase down his great whatever. Um, he does other things too. Since he is technically part of the FBI, they send him on other things. Usually strange things because of his history. All right, so I'll wait until. Oh, you mean like Faye Kellerman, Brian? Faye and Jonathan Kellerman? I like them both. I read one book of their sons, Jesse Kellerman, and it was okay for his. It was probably, if not his first, one of his first. And it was okay. He's got a lot of growing to do, but which one of us doesn't, you know? So, any more questions? Favorite country or state and why? Hmm. Well, before Alabama passed their anti abortion bill, I would have said Alabama. Because it was the first state that I actually chose to live in. But now I would say Oregon. Oregon is much more laid back than Alabama is. And that's where I live now. Um, it's a lot cooler up here. especially in the winter. But there's only like 1 month of really hot weather that you gotta look out for. In fact, a lot of apartments up here don't even have central AC. Um, yeah, I have to be in a very specific mood to read Janet Ivanovich, but when I am in that specific mood, yes, I like her. Mark, I thought you were in England. I thought all of England was cold and rainy. Oh, you're an OC. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, that's right. You live in Queensland, you said? This is true, Brian. This is true. Oh, okay. Gotcha, Mark. I knew one of you was in Queensland. So anyway, we'll give it about about 3 more minutes. See if anybody else pops in for a visit. And if they do, then we'll um go from there. He does have a voice. Oh my god. Ugh. Well, you you guys really don't exist, according to the flat earthers. But sometimes I wonder if he's disguising his voice because he did say that he doesn't want to be outed just yet, even though he's a former witness, that he doesn't want to be outed as an activist. I think I heard him say that. Any other questions? Oh, we get snow here, Mark. That's what I thought. Brian, where are you? If it's 32, you're in the southern hemisphere somewhere. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I flip-flopped it. I'm sorry. I was thinking 32 Fahrenheit. I'm sorry about that. Inverness. Interesting. I used to live in Tampa. Yes, Brian, it does, which is why I got the hell out of Florida. Okay, any more questions? Mark, we are Yanks. We are not Yankees. Yankees are Northern people. We're Yanks. Americans are Yanks. I'm just kidding with you. I'm not offended, but yes, Americans are Yanks, whereas Northern Americans are Yankees. Okay, so I'm guessing nobody else is coming. I want to thank you for showing up. And yes, the sciences use metric. I don't know why we don't use Celsius more, to be honest with you. I agree, Robert. They don't make sense. You know what a foot was way back in the day? Literally, why it's called a foot? It's called a foot because, no joke, a king of England's foot was that big. No joke. That's where they get the name foot from. But yeah, it makes no sense whatsoever. Metric is much more sensible. Yes, Robert. There was a king of England that had a foot that big. Mr. Shadow Kitty, I learned it in science. Okay, so I guess I'll see you guys later. Have fun. Don't drink too much, Mr. Shadow Kitty.